Hello. What's up, peeps? Alright, I don't want to say it. You guys, maybe I need a new word other than the BAM word. Maybe MAB. BAM backwards? Nah, it doesn't work. We'll figure it out. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? Good. How am I doing today? I'm frustrated. I've had some anxiety this week. I'm trying to get stuff done and I can't get it done. I feel like there's not enough time in the day. I wish I could clone myself like two more me. Sean 1, Sean 2, Sean 3. Sean 3 could chill, not do anything, watch the other two Seans do all the work because I wanted to come on here and talk about a sensitive topic. Sensitive to the corazon, heart. So the sensitive topic is bullying. What I could do to some people that want to rip other people apart or say this or say that and be mean to little kids and then I just punch you right in the head. But anyway, I have 3 nephews and 3 nieces, ranging from the age of like 4 years old all the way to 20. Yeah, 20. What? And some of them have really dealt with a lot of bullying. And me, I'm like, you call Uncle Shawnee, or when I come home to Pennsylvania, you tell me what time lunch is, I'm gonna come to school, I'm gonna eat with you, and you tell me which kid that is. Anyway, I tell my niece and nephews, the reason why people bully is because they're not happy with themselves. They're not happy with themselves, so they have to pick on other people to make them feel better about their own situation or own lives. And that's shitty. Whoever taught kids to do that or made kids or adults feel like that's the way of handling it, y'all need a life lesson. So my niece and nephews have dealt with it. It pisses me off. It takes me back to my childhood when I was bullied and ripped apart, and you know, it upsets the hell out of me. So, what defines somebody as cool? To me, cool is people who treat people the way they want to be treated, which is supposed to be nice. Because I doubt people treat people like shit because they want to be treated like shit. You know, some of you know in the past year and a half, I've been bullied a lot. Didn't think it would ever happen as an adult, but I was. From people hiding behind their computer screen and typing some mean shit and saying it to me. This is the funny part. When I would go on Snapchat, because I like to read people's messages and I like to answer everybody, I would go on there and somebody would say something so effed up that it would hurt. Of course, I'm a human being. I would write back, really? And then they would answer me and go, oh my god, I was just kidding. I didn't think you would answer. So you didn't think I'd answer, but you'd still say something really messed up and mean? And then I'd write back, yeah, right. And they'd be like, no, I was just kidding. I didn't think you'd read it. Yeah, grow some balls, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was bullied. Quite a bit. Let's start at kindergarten. Amazing. Kindergarten was amazing. I had my first girlfriend in kindergarten. Her name was Emily Steyer. I remember. I used to kiss her in the apple trees. Kindergarten, kids are playing. Kids don't see this. They don't see colors. They don't judge. Everyone has fun with everybody, even if, you know, Joey looks dirty or Mary looks hairy. Everybody's still friends with everybody because that's what kids do, little kids. Then you get to elementary school. Okay, kids start noticing stuff. Elementary school still was great. Everybody hung out with everybody. We all had fun. I had my bowling birthday parties. I invite the whole grade. Everyone loved everybody. Still, certain kids would see little differences. They would pick, but it wasn't that bad, you know. Then middle school rolls around. Shit. 7th grade. I go to school. Hey, what's up? Why didn't Johnny say hey to me? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he didn't see me. Hey, what's up? People start ignoring each other. Start getting cliques. I fit in with this one. I'm a jock. I'm a hick. I'm a gothic person, dresses all in black. I'm the good student that just, I'm not a nerd, but I like to just study, so I have my study group. People start separating themselves. Why? Here we go. New kids. A lot of different schools come in. Sitting there in homeroom, something's thrown at me. Kids are laughing. I'm like laughing, acting like it's a joke, but it actually really bothered me. Then I start getting picked on. Dork, nerd, pretty boy. I even had faggot. Do you hear how stupid you sound when you're saying that? Anyway, kids would just try to rip me apart. It just happened. 7th grade, I would not go to homeroom. Sometimes I would skip it. I'd walk to school. My house was really close to school, so I would walk. I'd purposely skip it because I didn't want to be picked on in homeroom. Sometimes kids would come and hit my books out of my hand when I was carrying them down the hallway. Right away I would get upset, and I'm an emotional guy, but when I was younger, it was times 100. I just was picked on by the kids, by the bullies, by the kids that thought it was funny. They knew I was so sensitive, so they would do it. because they would see that it would bother me. And if I didn't show that it bothered me, they probably wouldn't have picked on me, but because I showed that it bothered me, yeah, every single day. Some days I would be happy because it wasn't that much. Anyway, so 7th and 8th grade, horrible, horrible. I thought about committing suicide a lot. Would go home at night and I would think before I go to sleep, I wish I could just, part of me wished I could end my life and then be looking down to see how bad those kids would feel because I wasn't around anymore or I took my own life. How horrible is that? But I thought about committing suicide a lot when I was in middle school. And I came from a great family, a loving family. My brother and sisters, all of us got along. Yeah, we fought once in a while like any siblings do, but I thought about it a lot. I would cry to my parents a lot and say, I don't know why these kids rip me apart, or I don't know why this. I would have huge parties at my house and invite everybody in the whole grade, thinking maybe if I show them a good time, they won't pick on me anymore. I just wanted to have fun and laugh and have a good time. The crazy part is, about all of this, I just was friends with everybody. I liked being friends with everybody, and it wasn't my goal to be popular. It wasn't my goal to be #1. It was just my goal to have everybody like me. That was what my goal was when I was younger. So I got horrible grades in school. Horrible. They would play games in class, and I'd be focused on everybody else, making sure everybody's having a good time. And then when it would come around to me, the teacher would be like, Sean, don't you want to win the game? And I'd be like, no, it doesn't matter. Everyone's having such a good time. It's so awesome. This is so much fun. They're like, but you're doing bad at the game, and I have to give you a bad grade on it because you're not paying attention to what you're supposed to be working on. You're just making sure everybody else is having a good time. He's like, that's not going to work for you. And in my head, I was like, it was a safe place because then I knew that nobody was going to say anything bad about me or pick on me. Ugh, it was miserable. It actually, when I think about it, does make me a little upset, because I just wish I was stronger, a lot stronger when I was younger. And I see my nephews and my niece go through this, and to me I think, God, it's not fair. Ugh, it's not fair at all. So then my parents decided maybe we need to move down the shore. So we lived in Pennsylvania, and we also had a house down the shore. Fresh new start, there was a good school system, but I didn't know at the time, also in the back of my mom's head, my dad's head, because it was just me, my little brother, my little sister who's still in school. My other 2 sisters graduated. So part of them thought Sean needs a whole new beginning. And of course they said we were moving. I cried my eyes out. I was like, my friends, I don't want to leave my friends. I don't want to leave this. I don't want to leave this. How can we do this? I'm only 9th grade and I got to start all over again. And I have to make all new friends. And I was like, I don't want to. So we did it anyway. And it was the best thing they could have done, because I don't know what would have happened to me if I would have stayed in the school I went in. I had so much anxiety all the time, and I got the worst grades ever. And I failed a lot of classes. So when I got down to New Jersey and went to a new school, new beginning, first day of school, I was nervous as shit, you know, because I have to make all new friends now. And I knew this one kid because going down the shore with my parents, we'd go down there for the summers, and I knew one kid, and I was like, okay, well, I already have one friend. So we go into school, and he's kind of like, the crazy part is we're in the same homeroom, and I was like, sweet. I was going into 10th grade and made all new friends. Started getting picked on. I was a new kid. You ever see the movie Hocus Pocus? Okay, well, when that kid moved to that town and was getting picked on, and those kids, that's what it was like for me a little bit in Jersey. But then eventually I started getting my own friends. I was never one to judge anybody for how they looked or this and that, where they came from, how they were, I just wasn't. I was like, if they're a nice person, they're a nice person. That's all that mattered. So became friends with pretty much everybody, but then still, you know, was picked on a little bit, ripped apart. I mean, if I had the skin I had now, I would have handled it, nipped it in the ass, thought it was a joke, but it wasn't like that. So 10th grade was a little rough, and then 11th grade and 12th grade, a breeze. Because I finally got a hold of myself and was like, yo, Sean, you have to realize what people say, what they do, it's nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. And it took me a long time to understand that, but I kind of got a grasp on it. I ended up becoming the person that if anybody started ripping on somebody else, I would step right in and say, who the hell do you think you are? Why are you teasing that person? What does that do for you? Because to me, you look like an asshole. The kids that were considered the dorks, the nerds always come up to me and be like, Sean, thanks for saying that. And I'm like, of course. Are you kidding me? I still get ripped apart once in a while and bullied. And I was bullied a lot when I was younger, so. And I would invite those kids out to the cool kids parties, to this and that. People would look at me like I was Sean, why'd you bring them? And I go, why not? You don't think they're as cool as you? Like, get over yourself, you know what I mean? Life is too damn short. So, senior year rolls around, and I thought I was gonna graduate. And did I? Nope. I stayed back. I was gonna quit school because I was so sick of school. I was not a school person. I was more of like fix things, work on cars, work on trucks, do my thing, ride quads, ride dirt bikes, whatever. I felt so horrible letting my parents down, so I said screw it, and I stayed back my senior year. I was a super senior twice. For some of you who don't know what that means. But if I never would have stayed back, I never would have became a dancer. I never would have been doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't even became a singer. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. I worked at gas station to pump gas, and I worked at Radio Shack. I had my own landscaping business. I worked at a garden center. I did all this crap. So the moral of the story is everything happens for a reason. That's not the moral. The moral of the story is don't bully people. Don't. You don't know how people are built emotionally, mentally. You don't know the wounds and the scars that it's causing inside to make people want to do this or end their life or do drugs because they feel like they have to numb themselves to become somebody else. You don't know what that's going to do. You don't. And for me, affected me big time to the point of where I thought maybe I wanted to take my own life. When I was little, I thought I'll do that and it'll make those kids feel like shit and they'll wish they never teased me ever again. It's a miserable thing. Like, why make any kid or any adult or anybody feel that way, no matter what? And another thing is, regardless of what other people say about other people or this one or that one, there's always two sides to every story. Remember that. Two sides to every story. So you can't always believe what you hear. I'm definitely somebody that, if I hear stuff about people, hear stuff about this, that one, I never jump to conclusion and go, oh my God, that must be what's going on. No, because you never know how people spin the truth. Anyway, my message is, don't bully people. Just love people. Treat people how you want to be treated. Because I know for some of you that do bully people, you don't do it because you want people to bully you. Do you? If you do, then maybe you need to get your head checked. I know most everybody in this world wants to be treated good. So why not treat people like that, no matter how hard it is, or no matter how unhappy you are with your own life? Maybe if you start being positive towards people, even if you don't like them, maybe it'll change your life in a good way. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please like it. If you want to follow me on the rest of my social media, Sean Vanderwilt, do it up. And I hope it's helped some of you that maybe needed to hear this. So in the meantime, what do we say? What? Nab. I'm kidding. Bam. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you. And be kind and loving to one another, no matter how hard it is. Okay? All right.